Great to see Coach Van Gundy back as the ball is up and the game is on. It'll be Clipper ball.
This has truly felt like a home ever since. Zoo gets the first touch for the Clippers. Going up against Bismack Biyombo, puts it up and puts it in. He's made his last 12. Tonight is Zoo's 77th game. That's a career high in games played in a season. Dunn lobs to Derek Jones Jr. Look out below. Took off like a winter when Wembanyama left after the All-Star with a blood clot. They've had some other injury issues with De'Aaron Fox, who was traded for at the deadline. As Clippers lead 9-5 on 4 of 5 shooting. Barnes on the wing for 3. It's back-to-back buckets for Harrison Barnes.
On the wing to knock in the 3.
He and Chris Paul were great moves for San Antonio with a very young core. Powell on the wing for 3. He retaliates. Houston Rockets, who have won all 3 games against the Clippers. It'll be a different look for the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard in there, but the Rockets, as I mentioned, playing. We're going to have some investigations going on, that is for sure. Clippers by 5. Biyombo inside. The floater is good.
Benefits of it on how competitive it forces teams all the way up to 12th position to be in the season.
Rookie of the Year winners. Once again, the matchup, Chris Paul against Ivica Zubac. Forces him into a tough fadeaway. Paul knocks it down. 10 to shoot for Harden. Clippers 6 of 14 from the field. Harden gets around his defender and Wesley counted on a foul and sent Harden to the line.
Attracted the defense and got it to Batum for a nice 3.
Simmons hasn't really been all that noticeable. On the good feeling he'll be just fine. Clippers out in front by 2. Powell with 5 here in the first quarter. Big finish inside for San Antonio ball to start the second.
A little trap right here by San Antonio.
Harden finds Powell into the paint. Oh, reverses it and lays it in.
Some people say, well, Kawhi needs to play. I said, you realize he played 60-plus something games last year, right? I mean, and they're like, oh, we didn't. I said, I know, because you're going with a narrative. Yes, he did get hurt.
Mulishvili 39% on the year. Spurs come in as a bottom 10 team in 3-point percentage, but a top 6 in terms of volume. Batum for 3. He's won 3 for 6 so far here tonight. Clippers by 4. Wesley in the corner, back to Barnes for the tray. It is good. Clippers holding on to a 1-point lead. 35 to play in the second quarter. Bogdanovich for 3. It is good.
I'll allow you now to close this season out. Tough pass behind right there by Bogey.
Johnson goes in for the finish.
In the defensive end.
And he's got a little, and I mean it in the best way, is a lob to Zoo is a big finish. There's a little cockiness to him saying.
he tried to hook him.
Vassell counted and a foul, and the Spurs mean business like on a possible mismatch. Instead, he finds the white-hot Batum for 3. Bounces off. Zoo. Oh, Biyombo knocked it off. Derek Jones Jr. back out there as Batum takes a seat after playing 11 minutes. Nice footwork by Barnes, and he lingers it in. Harrison Barnes has come to play. He's got 13. Zoo. Oh, it's a lob from Zoo to Derek Jones Jr. Counted on a foul. Chris Paul in the corner. This is everything. Keldon Johnson, right place, right time. Harden, 2-man game with Zoo. Instead finds Dunn on the wing for 3. It's good. And the great shooting of the year as Jones rises for 3. In and out. Harden the rebound. And the putback. Rebound goes to Chris Paul. Paul might pull up for a quick 3 here. Indeed, he will. He's the master manipulator of the clock. Release point on that jump shot, but he has made good work out of it. This is there. Powell the other way. Back-to-back buckets as Norman. Another double-double for Zoo. We take him for granted. That's how great he's been this year for the Clippers. Harden keeps his defender in his back pocket, floats it up and in, and the Clippers. The Hall of Famers crossing blades. Interception by Zoo. Harden lobs it ahead to Jones. Through the defense to the rack and in. In front by 13. They've hit all 5 of their shots here in the third quarter. Barnes on the wing for 3. And he silences Harden the rebound. Runs the show. Lob to Derek Jones Jr. Up high and throws it down. Timeout San Antonio. Gets a little too fancy with the dribble, and Harden's going to have to bail him out late in the clock. The 3. Oh, he does! Harden now with 14.
He's in one of those rhythms, too, where it's just like everything is effortless, flawless, catching and shooting. And speaking of which, Zoo, over the back. That's elite company right there. You know what I mean? That's like Hall of Fame numbers.
Oh, what a save by Vassell to Barnes. And a timeout from...
I have no clue.
Bob McAdoo.
Yeah.
Ernie DiGregorio. Inside, counted and a foul. The Spurs continue to go on a run.
Well, no, you can't. You can win it when you're older than me.
Zoo, the floater, it is good. Ivica Zubac with it.
Well, that's part of learning each other, too. And within this offense where the gaps are at. And DJ slid right through for a nice easy 2.
10-footer for Castle. He's had a lot of perspiration dripping off of his nose. He wiped himself off his face. His hair was on point. He was very concise with his message.
His angle, he opened himself up a little bit more. He didn't close himself.
Bogdanovich knocks it down. All eyes are tough, though. Harden, the floater. Zoo just looking to pad his stats. Let's be honest. He's got 20 points and 19 rebounds. The 3 has a couple of them tonight off the bench. Clippers by 13. Castle, the runner, counted and a foul. He is a tough customer. 13 for the rookie.
For kind of still running their offense.
2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. They'll have the ball to start the 4. Bogdanovich, a friendly roll. And they feather the nest here. Harden comes off the screen. Bogdanovich down the lane to the rack and in. Bogdanovich with a quick 5. Houston Rockets that will require their full attention. Doesn't appear that they'll be getting much rest heading into that game as Batum is left alone on the wing for 3. 94-78. Simmons has missed all 3 of his shots here tonight. Barnes in the corner for 3. You mentioned us not looking at the standings. The Minnesota Timberwolves lost tonight. That gives them 33 losses. That puts them behind the Clippers. Mahmoud-Ashvili with a big punch, and it breaks a tie. Now Johnson backpedals in front of his bench. Long time to go here. Spurs aren't going away. Johnson to the rim and in. Johnson's got a dozen off the bench. Powell. It's good. Norman Powell with 18, 7 rebounds for Simmons tonight.
Boy, Zoo sprinted back into play and just tipped it over.
Powell alone in the corner for 3. Great play by Bogdanovich. He was eyeing the 3 himself to the lowest point of the year, I think. You go back to that Phoenix loss where the Clippers were out in front by 20-plus points and lose the game in Phoenix. Spurs again shooting 51%. Castle hangs and hits. He is going to be a handful if he isn't already. 17 for him, counted and a foul.
Foul in the process of retaining possession, too.
Powell gets to the rim and lays it in. Strong drive. Castle. Mahmoud-Ashvili hesitates, runs over Batum, creating space and launches a 3. It is good.
I don't know how he finished it, but I'm glad he did because that was a big basket inside.
Clippers need all of us. 12th assist here for Harden as well. Castle to the rack, invited baseline. No help comes. Bogdanovich. Dunn in the corner for 3. It's good. It's his second one tonight. He won it by defenders. Harden, can he put the finishing touches? He can! Knocks down a 3! Tonight. 115-97. And it looks like the Spurs to Minnesota this year. McLaughlin. Jordan McLaughlin, former Trojan, played as Zoo, reads the scene. Bogdanovich pretends to shoot, pretends to pass, then pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
Oh, when you lost to Houston thing. Early on, he was like, yeah, you lost to Houston. Are they really real? A beautiful play that time by Donovan. You know what I mean? It was
a travel to Sacramento for a game Friday against the Kings. Wesley in overdrive throws it down, 120. 1-0 to win.
Yep.
It's just been a weird environment there in Phoenix, and I don't wish it on any fan base. I truly don't.
Right. This one.
You got to match the energy whenever you're out on the floor in an NBA game, and this team has not done that. Boy, I tell you what.
What was the line on this game?
Well, the buzzer sounds, and it seems like the Clippers are saved by 0 here. 122-117.